Hello, today I'm going to tell you what is a Parkinson's law and how to use it in practice working with your Scrum team. So stay with me. Alright, first of all, who is Mr. Parkinson? For me it was quite a big discovery when I first time was reading about him. And Mr. Parkinson, Cyril Parkinson, was a change agent. And it was a big discovery for me because I thought that, change agent born with a Scrum, that Scrum Masters are change agents, and before was nothing. And this is not true. Change agents live for ages, and probably they will stay with us also for the far future. So let's get back to the Parkinson's law. What is a Parkinson's law? It says time expand to the time frame which is allocated for finishing particular amount of work. What does it mean? We can illustrate this on a graph. Here we have effort, and here we have time. And Parkinson's law is more or less this. This graph says the more effort we spend on working on a task, then the less time we need for completing it. The less effort we dedicate for the task, the more time we will need it. And how this is related to the Scrum teams, to developers. Yes, if you estimate in time your task, your product backlog items, if you estimate them in time, then probably the work, the effort needed for completing the task will expand to the time frame you create. Yes. So yesterday I've been talking to you about story points. Story point is an abstract value, an abstract number, which says how big the task is. Yes. And if you are not referring to the time, then the team is more willing to spend as much effort as it needed for the task. Yes. So we are promoting the healthy work approach to work. Yes. And what's one of the biggest mistakes I see product owners, Scrum Masters, and managers who work with a Scrum team do? If they see that there is a space in a sprint, that the Scrum team achieved the sprint goal much earlier, then they ask or even sometimes force team to pull more work, and they get a rejection from the team. Sometimes conscious, sometimes unconscious, but there is some kind of a play between management or product owner and the team like this. So from my experience, I got a quite decent result with the team if I allow them, and especially at the beginning, if I allow them to decide how big part of a sprint they want to allocate a work. Yeah, and even if they left a buffer at the end of the kind of a buffer because there was a slack time at the end of the sprint, they usually achieve in the long term more and in better quality than the, let's call them, regular teams. Yeah, why so? Because they were not punished for finishing something earlier, and there was a space of having fun from development. Yes, so this you should create incentives for finishing work earlier by the team, not punishing them. If the team will achieve the sprint goal earlier in the sprint, yes, then they should have a slack time for learning something new, to build a relation even between them. It's of course it depends if you, for example, work a corporation or startup. It depends on your business, yeah. But they should have time for learning, doing, for example, some refactoring and so on. They should be rewarded, not punished. Yes. So to sum up, Parkinson's law says that the work adjusts to the time frame. That's why some teams, we use this additional practice in Scrum like story points. And the second thing I would like you to remember is don't punish your team for achieving the sprint goal earlier. give them a slack time, and the long term probably you will develop the better team. Thank you for watching. If you like this what I'm doing, leave a comment, subscribe, or like this video. This will be information for me that I'm doing something valuable. Thank you and see you probably tomorrow. Bye.